Let's mint some memories, huh? Not enough memories, too many moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mike Zakarian.
Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness, I forgot to turn the lights on. That's embarrassing. Come on, let's get some vibes in here, huh? Bandy's back in town. He's ready to come over here. You see a tail. Let's go. Listen, I'll give you a little bit more, a lighter hue of blue with a little green in honor of the Buck Celtics game last night. Who do we got here this morning? We got Shigs in the house. I see Shigs. We got Jay Blaze. We got the Top Shot Common Man. Sneeps is here. Federico's in the house. Badavine's here. Snoopaloo. Cam's in the house. Stubbs, T-Man, Keeper, Boston-based Brandon Lamb. What's up, everybody? Like the stream. Subscribe to Team Hole. And just say hi. You know what I'm saying? Say hi in the chat. Let's get active. Let's get engaged. We got not too much to talk about today, actually. I'm excited to see where this show goes because there's only a handful of games. I would say most of them didn't have a lot of stuff. We'll talk about Celtics Bucks, obviously. Clips Warriors. The Suns got a dub. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Then I'm gonna try to figure out what these so rare All-Star game contests are. We'll figure out what that is because I don't know. I don't know what they are. Who else you got in here? We got Jordan's here, Ricky's here, Andor. Welcome. Thank you for being here this morning, gang. But we have to start. We gotta start where it all began. You know what I'm saying? We got to go back to our roots here, talk a little NBA Top Shot. Congrats to NBA Top Shot, guys. It was good to see them back in their top shotty ways yesterday. You know what I found very interesting? I didn't see anybody talking about the Donovan Mitchell thing outside of like a couple of DMs I received. Did you guys see that on social media at all? Did you see it in Twitter? Because all I saw, they did a little maintenance and they came back. And I don't know if most people know about this Donovan Mitchell challenge. And I guess maybe you'd only care about it if you did it, because that again proves the point that we only care about our bags. But did anybody in the chat see anything about this yesterday, or are you learning about it for the first time? I'll wait for the chat to weigh in. Also, we are battling a headache. This is like a 2-day headache. What is going on? All right, I'm gonna wait for the chat to catch up here. Stateside. Good afternoon, Europe. There you go, Mike. Mike always representing Europe. We love to see that. We love to see that. Anybody, nobody, no one, there's no takes at all whatsoever about that. Jordan said first time. Top Shot comment says not my bags. Jordan Sintag says haven't heard of this. Okay, all right. So here's what happened yesterday. So I believe they minted the Donovan Mitchell challenge ended, right? And they minted 105 of them. Now, 105 people completed the cheat code aspect of this challenge. But the other 201, I think it was, who actually burned for the challenge did not get a moment. They did not get their reward. So honestly, Top Shot is back, baby. Top Shot is back because we're having errors that no one knows about. And I think that is peak Top Shot. So if you were arguably the people who had to do more work to actually burn, more risk, have been left out of the challenge of the Donovan Mitchell. So what the response has been Ariel reacted immediately in the Discord. Who's Ariel? Who's Ariel? So what they ended up doing was they locked all the moments, right? So you can't flip them. They locked all the moments. They locked the marketplace aspect of this Donovan Mitchell, and they don't know what they're gonna do. They just said like we'll figure it out. We'll get back to you tomorrow, I believe is what they said. Oh, it's a whale. Okay. But what I thought was really funny, let me see if I can find the tweet, right? Let me see if I can find it. And it was funny because at first I didn't think I, I didn't think this was going to be as funny as it was. And then as I was thinking about it more, it was just really, really good. So hold on. I'm going to pull this up here in a second once my computer stops being a pooper. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it here? Okay. So, right. They lock the moments. They lock the moments being like you can't sell them on the Top Shot marketplace. But what if I told you there was another marketplace that you could sell them on? Here you go. The Donovan Mitchell fandom is on Floaty. Interested in making a speculative purchase, sale of the Donovan? It can be listed for sale, purchase on Floaty. 2 currently listed. So it seems like there were a couple of sales, and this is again based on earlier today. A mistake was made with minting and the distribution of the Donovan Mitchell Challenge reward. Just incredible, like incredible stuff here. This is hilarious, guys. It doesn't get better than this. This is what I love. It's just it's just chaos, man. It's just chaos. And what I thought was so funny about it is there really wasn't any talk. Like I didn't see anything about this if it wasn't DM. Like none of the stands were out there being like, "Wow, I guess Top Shot made an error." But it's been to the point that even the people that are upset or like frustrated with Top Shot, they're not even tweeting about it anymore. It's just like, yeah, whatever, man. Par for the course. Par for the course. And DC1, first live show, been able to join. Happy to be back. Let's go, DC1. Happy you're here, my man. But man, it is funny. I love it. I love it. One more thing about Top Shot, because one of the things I wanted to talk about today is I want to try to figure out what the hell these So Rare All-Star Game challenges are. So I'm gonna just try to figure out my lineup. But before because they're doing some stuff for All-Star Game weekend, do you think Top Shot's doing anything for All-Star Weekend? Because listen, I can share a little alpha here. I can share a little alpha, or what was supposed to be alpha. Hey Mike, sitting in 6th in the underdog currently. Hope it holds for T1. All right, Luca. Well, I'm gonna show you my underdog in a little bit, and I'm gonna be coming for you. Wait, does this mean we can sell our locked moments? No, bottom line. So how sometimes like they'll have a priority queue and then a general queue. So you know how like if you were in the priority queue and you go in 2 hours before everybody else and you get your moments, you can't sell them on the marketplace until the whole drop is done. That's what they mean by locking. So it's not like you have to lock the moment for a year or anything like that. They're just unable to be bought and sold on the marketplace. So that's what. Anyways, I get distracted. So some of the it's not really alpha, but I had been getting wind that the Dapper team was going to be doing some pretty big activations around Super Bowl Sunday and the All-Star weekend. And how do I phrase this? Not that I was necessarily going to be involved, but that there was there was some other parties involved in it, and I knew that they were it sounded like they were going to do some stuff around it. Now, I pushed back when I found out about this because it was probably 3 or 4 weeks before the Super Bowl. And I was like, there's no way they turn this around in time. And it sounds like they didn't. But I don't know. I'm curious if they're going to do anything. I know Top Shot will be there for the VIP stuff, right? Like if you bought that $30,000 thing to go to the All-Star games for the next 5 years, yeah, I know they'll be there for that. So I'm curious if I run into any. Hey, and if they're not watching right now, but if they were, say hi if I see you in the Salt Lake, baby, in the Salt Lake. I'm getting pretty excited, by the way. So it's Wednesday. I fly out, I don't know, in like 40 hours, maybe 45 hours. We got that coming. Users aren't gonna PokePro Eric, dude. Why PokePro Eric? Why do you watch this show, man? I saw you talking shit in other shows. Why are you here? Also, it's like 6 a.m. Your Kings got smoked last night. You talk shit about us when you're on other channels. Why are you here this morning, man? Anyways, all right, let's dive into last night's NBA action. We can get back into the Top Shot So Rare stuff side of things in a little bit. They also, like, speaking of All-Star Weekend, they announced the 3-point contest, but then Anthony Simons got hurt last night. So because originally it was going to be who? Dame, Simons, Buddy, Halliburton. Oh, that's 4. Kevin Herter, Jason Tatum is 6, and there's 2 more. There's 2 more that I'm blanking on right now. But Simons got hurt, so now it sounds like I imagine Isaiah Joe, who's almost shooting like 50% from 3, is going to be the next one that's added into it. Are we getting round the clock coverage? Oh, more Markkanen. That's right. Lauri Markkanen, who's now starting for the All-Star game, by the way. Round the clock coverage at the All-Star weekend. Yeah, we're going to be getting a bunch of stuff. Who's looking after Bandy, or is he off to All-Star as well? Man, I wish I could take the dog. No, Kelsey's not coming to All-Star weekend, so she'll be home with the pup. Anyways, let's get into last night's NBA action, and then we can just see where the show goes. So, first game of the night, everybody watched this one. Everybody did. Raptors and Magic. In the morning show, I think the underdog bet that I did went 2 for 3, so we missed the third leg, but Wendell Carter Jr. crushed that over. Yeah, Poker Pro Eric, are you just regurgitating the stuff that I said? Is that what we're doing now? Like a word for word, did I just say that? Or are you just on delay? Or dumb? Could be either. Yeah, Tyler Hero. There we go. We forgot Tyler Hero. Sorry, Stan. I know you're going to be mad. I forgot about that. Anyways, Wendell Carter Jr. dropped to 26, 6, and 5. Suggs had 24 off the bench. You know what? I got burned last night with Jakob Poeltl. I did not know he was going to be starting. Also, shout out Top Shot Tesla. I did not know he was going to be starting. I took some unders. Poeltl went for 30 and 9. Pascal Siakam 26 and 6, and then Freddie VanVleet had 10 points but 15 dimes. Whatever, who cares? Good win for Toronto. Bucks Celtics. Let's talk about it. I was hosting a little trivs last night and had a fun time having the Celtics Bucks game on in the background. Shut up, Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin was balling. Blake Griffin was absolutely balling last night. That was a fun game. I imagine the Bucks went into that game being like, okay, no Tatum, no Brown, no Marcus Smart, no Al Horford, no problem. They probably got I don't think the Celtics were really much better. I think the Bucks should have won by 20, and they just didn't take it seriously. And then the Celtics were hot, and they kept that game. But it was kind of hilarious that the JV team made the Bucks play overtime. We love that. I tell you what, this gets up. If we get up to $100 this morning, I'll ban PPE. $100. That's all it'll take. I'll ban PPE. Poeltl looking good, also impacting Flynn and VanVleet. Jacob will start. Oh, Jakob will start the remainder of the season. Raps about to go on a run with the soft schedule. I hope they do. I was just going to say Celtics gave us a run with nobody. That worries me come playoff time. You know what, though? I think they were, I do think they were, I think they were just taking the foot off their gas. It's almost the All-Star break. They probably thought it was going to be easy. Celtics gave them a lot of time. I will say the Celtics defended, I know Giannis still put up monster numbers. I thought they defended pretty well. Let me actually just hit you with the stats here. So Derek White, man, 27 and 12. The run of White continues. Bogdanovich, Malcolm Brogdon had 26 and 4. Blake with a 15, 6 and 6. And then we had Giannis with 36, 13 and 9. Drew Holiday 47 and 5, 40, 7 and 5. And then Chris Middleton in 25 minutes, 16 and 11, which was pretty sharp. Hold on. Oh, Top Shot Tesla. Let's go. We are up to $12, baby. Who's your early shout for winning the West and the East? Levi, ask this question once we get through the games, and I'll hit that up. Superloop said, when the games like Milwaukee, Boston look one-sided, so you might as well take the points. Yeah. Brooke missed quite a few threes, too. It was a fun game to watch. It was a fun game. I thought that was pretty exciting. But, yeah, as a Celtics fan, you're like, Giannis and Holiday had to combine for 76 points, I think it was, to beat Sam Hauser, Derek White, Blake Griffin. I think they started Blake, Grant, Muscala, and 3 bigs basically for their starting 5. I don't know. So if you're a Celtics fan, you're like, dude, imagine if we just had one of the 4 guys we were missing. But if you're a Bucks fan, you're like, listen, we only play each other 3 times. We lost the first game. We needed to win this game. We got the win. We're now 1-1. So if it comes down to tiebreakers, that's important. We get into All-Star break. Here we go. I think most of Wisconsin still doesn't like Hauser from back in the college days. I love that. I love a college rivalry. So anyways, I mean, good win for Milwaukee. I think it was a good fight for Boston. I really I hope they stay the 1-2 seeds, and I hope they find each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. Last year, we did have like an epic 7-game series. Obviously, the Bucks were without Middleton, but it was in the second round. I want it in the Eastern Conference Finals. I want it to be Weiland. Interesting situation with the hard out of 25 minutes with Chris. Yeah, but I still think that's pretty that's standard. I think they're just working his way up. There's no reason to extend because this is their last game before the All-Star break. No reason to extend them for 35 minutes now, You don't need to. You're in second. You've been playing really well. You've won 11 or 12 in a row. You're good. Tesla says Celtics are the ultimate try-hard team, and now they bring it every night, which is actually a big thing in the NBA. Yeah, they sort of play defense. It's so funny. Giannis absolutely got his stats. And let me ask my Bucks fans in here, right? Jordan and Snoopaloop. Did you feel like they defended Giannis well? Because it did seem like it was a little bit harder for Giannis. And maybe it's just when I looked up, but I feel like I saw the Celtics draw a couple charges against him. It just seemed like they were getting in front of him and at least making it harder than normal for Giannis. And then again, you look at the box score and you're like 36-13. But curious what you guys think about that. Yeah, he couldn't get to the hoop. Yeah, right. It was weird. It reminded me, remember game 1 of the series a couple years ago where Kyrie was still in the Celtics and they just formed the wall and it seemed like, oh, they figured out Giannis. And then Giannis, the Bucks just destroyed him in the next 4 games. But yeah, I don't know. That was a fun game to watch. I really hope we get that shot there in the Eastern Conference Finals. They really did. Grant held his own, blew the end of OT though. Yeah, that was tough. But you know what? That was one of those things where I was like, the Celtics need to win this in regulation, right? Because the longer this goes out, the harder variance is to come into play. And it's more minutes for the best team to win the game. Whatever. You're a Celtics fan. You're we made them play extra minutes. We love that. Good game, though. A lot of fun. I'm really excited for the playoffs. I think the Bucks are the favorites right now, honestly. I'll go back to Levi's question. I love the Celtics. Obviously, I want the Celtics to go through. I think the Bucks are going to be the best team, though. I do. I mean, Giannis is just so good, man. He's the best player on the planet. And, I mean, you basically have to – and, you see Drew Holiday drop 40. You can just casually drop 40 and defend your best guy. And I think, you need – if they have the best player, Tatum – Brown, and then Time Lord or White or somebody or Smart, the next 3 guys have to be the best players, the next best players. You know what I mean? If they've got one, they need 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I just don't think that is the case. That 3 by Hauser was insane. Yeah, I did a YouTube short on that this morning. That was pretty nuts, man. Sammy Housecat just chucking it from deep, bro. It was fun though. Most regular season minutes for Giannis in 7 years to beat the bench Celtics. I know it was good. Oh God, guys, we're up to $12. 88 to go before we ban them. All right, next up, Suns Kangs. Suns 120-109. Oh wait, hold on. One more thing. Snoopaloop says, I think if White, Brogdon, Williams are healthy in the playoffs, they can give the Bucks a good run. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be awesome games. I really do hope we get it. Just the basketball fan in me hopes we get it. The Celtics fan hopes that the Bucks get knocked out in the first round. Anyway, Suns Kings, light the sun, not the beam. Sabonis 24, 15, and 7. Fox dropped 35. Fox has been on a tear lately. Ayton with 29, 11. Devin Booker in 29 minutes dropped 32 and 5. And then CP3, 17 points, 19 dimes. 19 dimes. This is pretty good. Wait, okay. Steve said L take. How are the Celtics not the best when they have Tatum MVP, Time Lord, Cornette most improved? I love it. I love it. Anyways, let's keep going. Good win for the Suns, though. Vibe seems good in the Suns. There we go. PPE coming in. PPE coming in. We're up to, what do we need? $86 to go. Shut up, PPE. PPE, yeah. I mean, dude, you owe me just for talking shit in the Tandy stream. You got caught, bro. Listen, I told Wet Like I'm Book requested this. I was for a long time looking at the upcoming schedule for the Suns because I was nervous for the Suns. I thought the vibes are bad. They didn't have Booker. And then obviously they go get KD. Let's go look at their upcoming schedule to be fair. Okay. To be fair, let's go do it. The vibes are looking good. I did a short this morning too on it was like Kevin Huerter was at the line in the close game. Oops, not printing. It was on the line in the close game, and KD's like getting the crowd to get loud, and then everybody's celebrating the missed free throw. It was great. It was great. All right, so their upcoming schedule here. Let's take a look. Now, reminder, they should get KD. KD was seen not warming up, getting some shots up after the game. Did a shoot around. I mean, not before the game. They should have him back soon. And then the run begins. All right, here we go. They got the Clippers. Is that tomorrow night? Clippers tomorrow night. Then the All-Star break. They start off with OKC, Milwaukee, Charlotte, Chicago, Dallas, OKC, Sacramento, Golden State, Milwaukee. That's actually not super easy. We'll look at the standings after I finish these games, but they are about to go on a run. Will the Suns be the biggest turnaround of this season? Yeah. Biggest turnaround of all time is honestly what the Celtics did last year. That run was wild. But anyways, tough L for the King. Kings should still feel fine though. Kings, man, like you hung tough with them. They're good, Suns are good. Kings are good. I'm excited for the Western Conference to shake out a little bit more. All right, only a couple games left. Clippers beat the Warriors last night, 134-124. Warriors continue to lose games at home. On the road, right? I think that was on the road. Let me double check that actually. Now that I say it, I feel like I might be wrong. No, they were on the road. Jordan Poole dropped 28 and 6. Looney with a double-double, 11 and 14. Jonathan Kuminga, 16 and 5. On the Clipper side of things, Kawhi dropped 33, 7 and 4. Paul George with the 28. Norman Powell, 24 off the bench. Bones only played 16 minutes off the bench. So continue to remember that. That Bones wanted to get out of Denver, wanted to expand his role, played 16 minutes. So honestly, the way Denver was using him, I guess that is an expanded role. Good win for the Clippers. Warriors just continue to play 500 basketball. That's what they're going to do. I just think they're at the point where they don't care. Like, they're just like, hey, man, as long as we're in the race and we have Curry back, we could be the 14th, not the 4th. They could be the 10 seed and still feel like they're the best team in the West. So it's gonna make the West standings pretty funny. Like, if Warriors come out as a 2 seed and then they have to play like the Suns in the first round. Can you imagine if we get like a Suns Warriors? If they come out as a 7 seed and have to play like the Suns in the first round. So anyways, good win for the Clips. We'll look at the standings, see where the Clips are at. Last game of the night, Simons got hurt in this one. Wizards beat the Blazers 126-101. Dame dropped 39, 10, and 6, but it was not on good shooting. Zanger had 28 and 12. Kuz had 33 and 9. Bradley Beal had a wild poster in this game too. All right, let's go. We don't have to talk too much about that. Those are two teams that are going to be fighting for play-ins when it comes down to it. So Bucks are now a half game back from the Celtics, but tied in the L column. So they get a W. All of a sudden they're tied. That's fun. There's like a 3-game difference between Celtics and Bucks and Sixers. Cavs are just a game behind the Sixers. Cavs have won 7 in a row. I just don't think we talk about Cleveland as much. Nets are going to be in trouble. They got a game and a half on the Heat, but the Heat are going to catch. I think the Heat and the Knicks are going to catch them, right, with like 24, 25 games left. The Hawks probably staying where they are. Raptors right here. So as Top Shot Tesla was saying, right, that the Raptors schedule is a little soft here. Let's see what their upcoming trip is here. All right, so they got the Pellies on Thursday. Then they open up the second half of the season, the post All-Star break against the Pistons, Cavs, Bulls, Wiz. All right, so what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they can go 5-1 in that stretch, that would be pretty hot. But then it's Denver, Clippers, Lakers, Denver, OKC, Minnesota, Milwaukee. So that's going to be a tough stretch. And then they finish out with Pistons, Wiz, Miami, Philly, Charlotte, Boston, Milwaukee. Not as easy as I thought it was going to be, but okay. All right, Toronto. Let's see. Toronto's going to make the play-in. They're absolutely going to make the play-in. Sorry, let's go back to the standings here. Let's look at the West, where the West is going to be wild for the play-in. So Nuggets now with a 5-game lead on the Grizz. Nuggets comfy in first. And also, like, I think everybody assumes the Celtics and the Bucks records are so much better than the Nuggets. The Nuggets are only a game behind them. Like, so the Celtics and Bucks are 41-17 basically, and the Nuggets are 40-18. So they're like right there. Grizz right here, 3-7 in their last 10. They have 5 games back. Kings are a game and a half back behind them. And then what do we have? We've got the Suns, only a game behind the Kings. Suns are catching the Kangs. That's happening. Honestly, Clippers are going to be an interesting team moving forward. They're in the 5 seed right now. Half game behind the Suns. Mavericks a half game behind them. Pels, Wolves, both a half game behind them. Warriors a full game behind them at 500. Jazz a half game behind the Warriors. Blazers a half game behind the Jazz. Thunder a half game behind the Jazz. And then the Lakers are toast, dude. The Lakers are toast. They are in trouble. They are really in trouble. Wait, you have one of the easiest remaining schedules, though. Toronto will finish at least 6. I don't think they're catching at least 6, man. Let's look at that again. So they are 4.5 games out of 6. They are not catching 6. Unless, let's say the Nets drop out of the top 6. So that means 2 teams are moving up. Miami is one of them. So you're saying the Wizards are going to make up 4 games against the Knicks. That's tough, man. That's 4 games and only 20 to go. I think that is a little tricky. But we'll see. We'll see. Mavs versus Suns is my dream first round. Yeah. To me right now, I mean, this is such recency bias. We haven't seen the Suns play with KD yet, but man, Suns have been hot without KD. With like, I think I'm taking the Suns and the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. I'm taking the Celtics and Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm going to take Bucks in 7, and then I'm going to take Suns in 6, and then I'm going to take Bucks in 6 in the finals over the Suns. That's what I'm taking. So Bucks over Suns in the NBA Finals. Giannis, second time NBA Finals. This is good. Defensive Turtle of the Year. We like that. Watching the Celtics lose in the playoffs to a Heat full team of G Leaguers is going to be good. Nah, dude, that's not happening. The Heat, like, I think the Heat Cavs would be a fun first round. That's the only team you could beat in the first round. You just saw, dude, you guys just lost to the Nuggets, man. You just lost to the Nuggets. Also, are you calling Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, are those G Leaguers? Tyler Hero, G Leaguers? Suns in 4. No, I don't think so. I mean, who do you guys have coming out of the East and the West? Are you guys buying into the Suns right now? Or I just think I think if Denver made one other move, I think if Denver made one other move to get another defensive presence, I'd give them a better shot. I just don't know how they defend. You're going to have Jamal Murray on Chris Paul, right? Which, like, they're going to get Jamal Murray in the pick and roll all day. They're going to get Jokic in the pick and roll all day. Ayton kind of gives Jokic a little bit of trouble. I mean, Jokic is still going to do his thing. Wait, but the Suns, see, a lot of people are saying the Suns are thin. Are you guys watching Josh Okogie right now, though? Okogie's been balling. So they're going to have Okogie come off the bench. Damian Lee, like, let's actually look at this, because I think we just think Damian Lee sucks. And let's pull up Damian Lee's numbers from this year. Because Damian Lee, like, he's been kind of fire. So Damian Lee, here we go. I'll pull up Basketball Reference here. So they're Damian Lee this season in 59 games. In 59 games, right? He's averaging 22 minutes a game, and he's giving you 8 points per game. But what's his shooting right now? He's shooting 43% from 3, which is like what they need him to do. I think Damian Lee's okay. And then you get Josh Okogie, which has been like, let's look up Josh Okogie and his most recent run, like his last 20 or something like that. This season shooting 41% from the field, 33% from 3, which he's not, whatever. He's not a 3-point shooter, but oh God, too many ads over here. Let's this season here. Like, look at these numbers. Oh God, the site is so bad. It's truly tilting. Look at this. Dropped 19, 17, 25, and then a bunch of 2s and 3s. I think they're a little bit I think they're a little bit deeper. Like, of course, right? Of course, if you're saying if they get hurt, they're screwed, right? But that's for every team. If the Celtics lose Tatum, they're screwed. If the Nuggets lose Jokic or Murray, they're screwed. So, like, I'm not going to listen to the health concern. If they are healthy and you have Chris Paul, KD, Devin Booker, with DeAndre Ayton as your fourth guy, and they're all playing 35 minutes a game, 38 minutes a game because it's the playoffs, it doesn't matter. You just need like quick spells. And Campaign has done it in the playoffs before. I don't love Campaign, but if he's playing 15 minutes a game to spell Chris Paul, fine. Damian Lee, if he's hot that night, he gets out there a little bit longer. Terrence Ross, they picked up Terrence Ross, flamethrower. You know how many open shots he's going to get with that crew? I don't know. So if your bet is against the Suns, you're just saying they're going to get hurt. Like, who do you trust? That's the thing. If they didn't have like a powerhouse, if there was a powerhouse in the West, I'd listen to it. But the Warriors have been 500 all year long, right? The Clippers have, Kawhi's been playing. There's still only 4 games over 500. No one trusts the Kings. The Grizzlies have been a mess. Yeah, Sneeps is a great point. Don't forget, if the whole league is injured, we're going to have a problem. It's a great point by Sneeps. It's a great point by Sneeps. Anyways, I don't know. I'm taking the Suns. If you're not taking the Suns, because everyone's saying they're too thin, they're old, all that stuff. If you're not taking the Suns, who are you taking? Tell me who you're taking. Or are you just taking the field? Is that what you're doing? Because that's a cop-out. You need to tell me who you're taking if you're not taking the Suns. I'll wait. Actually, while I wait for the chat to catch up, let me drop a little mental health check. We haven't done one in a while. And in honor of Top Shot messing up again, let's give him this one. Actually, we're going to do 2.
Hey man, I noticed that some of my Series 2 moments, I spent a lot of money on them and it's not worth as much. So, Jacob, can you make it worth more?
I disagree. Oh, dude, Damian Lee, Josh Okogie, I think are legit. You don't think they're legit. I think they're legit bench players. Torrey Craig, and then you've got Terrence Ross and Campaign as well. I think that's a fine bench. And I wonder if they get any more buyout guys too. Like you think about like the playoff rotations, man. Everybody's playing 38, 39 minutes, Dubs or Board will probably go nuts the last few months of the season. I don't think they're as good as whatever. I'll continue to take my L. I did it last year on the Warriors. I'm sure I'll have to do it again. Bottomline says, I like the Grizzlies in the West, but if the Suns are healthy, they're better. Man, the Grizzlies have been so weird though. They've just been a weird team. I don't know. I'm taking the Suns and the Bucks, and I'm going to root for the Celtics and the Nuggets. So I got 4 cracks at feeling good about myself, which is what I like to do. Diversify my takes. You think the Suns rotation is better than Denver? I think so. No. Do I think the entire Suns rotation is better than Denver? Yes. Because they're going to have Kevin Durant, right? Like, because listen, okay, let's do this. If you think Jokic is better than KD, that's fine. But it's basically 1A and 1B, right? So then the next guys I'm taking are, if you're saying Jokic is 1A, KD's 1B, then I think you're taking Booker next and CP3, and that's a pretty big gap between the rest of the squad. I love the Nuggets, but they have one guy that can play defense. Aaron Gordon. That's it. That's all they got. Shiggins is angry this morning. Shiggins, you okay? Jokic is fact, not opinion. Fact. Bruce Brown. Dude, but Bruce Brown's a bench guy. Has been solid for them. Small. It's Okogie. What was it? What was I saying? Is that supposed to be a hard G? I don't know. Thanks for your input, Boron. What else we got? Probability CP3 is out again or disappears in a playoff series is high. Yeah, that's true. I think Jokic can take over better than KD at this point in his career, like 50-point triple-double, respectfully. I do not see KD doing that. Okay, so GHEE is a hard G. Gee. All right, Josh Okogie. Okogie! Isn't Gordon injured currently? Not like really injured, though. Nuggets buyout defenders, not sure who would become available. Yeah, I'm not sure either. We shouldn't ignore the vibes around 8 and we're poor and could get worse with them being a lower option offensively. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I don't know who the to go back to regulator, I don't know who the buyout defenders are. No, that's good, Boylan. I appreciate it. I just had never seen the GHEE before. If Gordon and Brown are the answer to shut down KD, that is incorrect. That's what I mean. Like, but here's the thing. Even if you like, they can only guard one of them. You also have Devin Booker. They're going to pick and roll them to death. I don't know. And KD was averaging like 32 before he went down. He's playing crazy. I don't know. I'm not saying the Nuggets are bad. I'm not saying, like, I love Denver. I think Denver's the second best team. Bandy's upset. Let's see. What's he doing here? Oh, yeah. He's about, we might get Air Bandy here in a second. Let's see if we get Air Bandy. Bring on Pat Bev. Do the Mavs get anyone excited? No. I mean, they're going to score 200 points a game, but they're going to give up 200 points a game. Here we go. Oh, dude, he gave us a pump fake and he came over for the Pets instead. Did you see KD play this year? Please, dude, is a bucket and part of a good organization now. Yeah, I think it's going to be a great series. I hope we get it. In the same way that I want Celtics Bucks, give me Suns Nuggets into my veins. Curious, not a lot of people saying the Warriors. I think we only had one team say the Warriors. If your team has enough cap space this offseason to take on Ben Simmons, what else would the Nets need to include to make it worth? Would Phoenix 25 and 27 first be enough? That's a good question. I mean, the Spurs are like one of the only teams that can do it, right? I don't know. That situation is so bad. Like, there's no reason it would have to be a bunch of first rounds. It's like that Brock Osweiler deal. Remember that? You had to like get rid of Brock Osweiler's contract. Yeah, I don't know. Suns are historically a terrible organization. Yeah, but they also historically had Robert Sarver running the show. They got rid of him, right? But he's gone. Sarver's gone, baby. Sarver's gone. If the Spurs get Wemby, no way they take on Simmons. Yeah. Taking it back all around, I thought it was hilarious that Top Shot mess up was specifically on Donovan Mitchell, not bothered by the mistake otherwise. Oh, right, because because of the if you guys remember, right, they announced like 2 Donovan Mitchell rares in like the first few days and like the first few months of the season. Man, I gotta tell you, I don't know what Top Shot's doing. Maybe people are having a good time. It just seems like a very underwhelming season. And then everybody was passing around that LinkedIn video yesterday, which I thought was fine. Whatever. Let's talk about how the Suns franchise is solid with Sarver out and Ashby and the owner invest. What? Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited for it. Don't think there are any buyout defenders. Barton, which I don't think Will Barton is a strong defender. Stanley Johnson, though. Stanley Johnson can defend, but he kills you on offense. Justin Jackson doesn't really play. Stanley Johnson is kind of intriguing as a defender, though. He is. All right. Let me look at So Rare here for a second, because I wanted to try to figure out these all-star contests. Oops, wrong screen. Let me stop screen. And I'll also show you what I be sweating. You see that the first tweet, Top Shot did more sales than So Rare MB tweet. So Shiggins, I actually didn't think that was very surprising. LG actually sent me that information, and I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Like, think about how So Rare works and think about what Top Shot was doing. So Top Shot, fresh off of this LeBron thing, right, where they're like, a lot of packs are being bought, a lot of secondary sales are being bought to complete some of these challenges, to do all this stuff, right? To me, that makes sense. And it was about secondary sales as well, correct? So with So Rare, you buy a handful of cards, mostly at the beginning of the season, right? And then that's it. You buy one here, buy one there. You're not constantly buying. For the most part, you have your roster that you're playing with, right? Like I don't know how many people are constantly scooping up stuff. And if you are, it's like one thing a week maybe, right? So to me that made a ton of sense. Like that I didn't think that was surprising really at all. I think what's something to pay attention to moving forward is, and I don't know if that was in the tweet, but the secondary verse auction numbers are interesting, and I think for the most part that'll be dictated by. I'm just saying it felt all year like So Rare. Who that the so you mean like just by buying, or do you mean like that So Rare specifically was dunking on Top Shot? I don't understand. One thing that I think to pay attention to on So Rare is the auction versus secondary sales. So the auctions have actually brought in more money than the secondary sales, but I think the numbers are a little misleading because I don't know how many of those big purchases like those uniques, right? Like the Giannis that went for 187K, that's not being flipped, right? The LeBron that went for 69K, the AD that went for 67K, the Ja that went for like 60K, those aren't being flipped. So a lot of those times, that makes right. Like that is why the auction number is so much higher. However, I would love to see the numbers if you took those uniques out. If you took those unique, like take all the unique auctions off, take all the unique secondaries off, then I would like to see those numbers because I think that's a little bit clearer. In terms of strength and product user, yeah, I think, but I still think the strength and product and user sentiment is higher. I mean, I do. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm having a good time with it. But So Rare NBA is only a few months old. Of course, it's going to start with a bang, and people, yeah. What happened with the product? Yeah, it landed at 69,000 yesterday. But I am interested in those numbers. Like, I would love to see what the auctions versus secondaries are after that. After if you take those uniques out, because I think that's pretty interesting. And listen, I think So Rare has its flaws too. I just think that I think people sometimes use numbers to it's a little misleading at times. I don't know. All right, here we go. Yeah, let's pull up some of the squads that I'm working with and we can keep talking about it. All right, so whatever. We got comments here too. This has like an outside shot if somehow Nick Richards gets up to like 30 and Graham gets up to 40. I saw Trey Jones is out again, which is good for Devontae Graham, but whatever. Embiid has let me down. SGA's let me down in the no cap, but here we go. So this limited contender, Wiggins got me up to 49. I need the Nuggets. I need Michael Porter Jr. to get up over 40, Cam Johnson over 30, which would be nice to get this back into the L limited tier 2. But this is the fire one if we look at our team right here. So we got Blake Griffin who dropped 41. Branham still has one game left, and we know that Trey Jones is out again, so that's good. Gabe Vincent's got a game left. We know that Tyler Hero is out again, which I think is pretty exciting. I think LeBron James. Wait, no, it's 69,000. It was 69,000. And then, so Walker got me 18, which was nice. I think James Wiseman is going to play this week, so I'm excited to see if he does. Because let me see. I know it's like pretty close. So what do I have for a final? My score is I've got 118. First is at 161. I probably can't get first, but I do have an outside shot, I think, of jumping up here. If I can get like a 30 from Wiseman, maybe Gabe or Branham get a little bit higher too. I think I do have a shot at catching up here. He's got Gabe and Blake, but yeah, so some of my Nuggets, good Ish Smith play right here. I know he only got 10, but I like that play quite a bit. What are the prizes? Wait, Luke, what did you say you were in? What place did you say you were in, Luca? Let's see if I can find you. Did you say it was top 10, right? Let me know what place you're in. And let me see what the prize pool is here. I would love a tier 1. Tier 1 is just top 20 tier 1. I feel like that's in range. Mo says So Rare equals simple onboarding. Top Shot's too complicated. I think the onboarding for Top Shot's fine too. I mean, I just think they're different things. I said this on So Rare NBA, like on the So Rare NBA show yesterday when we were doing the auction. Like, I think like if you're in it for Top Shot collectibles, then I mean, if you're in it for the collectability of it all, I'd go on Top Shots. Like that Top Shot to me makes more sense. The only way that So Rare becomes a collectible, in my opinion, is if they focus on what they're good at and they're good at the game. And if the game becomes like the premier way, whether it's just in Web3 or in fantasy sports in general, specifically in basketball, if the game becomes so freaking good that everybody's doing it, then yeah, then there's some collectability to it. But if they start focusing on like trying to make it a collectible, I don't want that. Don't do that. Just be good at what you're good at. Better comparison, Underdog and So Rare. Yeah, like it's or like DraftKings or that to me is what it's like. Instead of paying money to enter the tournament, you're paying money for the cards and then enter the tournament for free. That's kind of what I think. All right, you're in 6th place right now. Let's look at this squad. Sorry for the little rant. I think Top Shot is screwing themselves right now, but it's not because of So Rare. I think like they're screwing up, and that's been the problem. Like they both can definitely still exist. I'm not worried about that. All right, here we go. 6th place. Let's look at Calamari. What do we got here? Oh, my mouse is dying. Here we go. So we got, I see what you did here. So you squeezed in Pirtle and then just took the -3. Oh, and Cam Reddish got 30. All right, so you need an Ish Wainwright game. You need Ish Wainwright to give you like 20, right? So you have 146. Yeah, Dad, you got tier 1 is possible, Luca. Have you seen everyone asking Dame what I've been saying for the last few years, that he's wasting his prime in Portland? He said all these players wanted to play with each other is a weak move. Yeah, but dude, listen, I'm not going to give Dame shit for like being loyal to his team. He's like the only one. Are there dynamic all-star moments they're minting going to be used in the game, or they're just they're used in the game. So to the house, they're not even right. So if the limited cards are out of 5,000, right? The limited cards are out of 5,000. These are a part of those 5,000. It's not on top of or anything like that. They're just like switching to action shots. It's just like an adjustment of the thumbnail. They didn't dump all 5,000 out at once. They've got this like algorithm that works based on how many people are competing, how many people are buying on the secondary. That's how they decide how they're going to put more up for auction. And that's what these are. That's what these are. Let me, speaking of the All-Stars though, I wanted to figure out how to freaking play these. So one of the content things I'm going to be doing is asking strangers to help build my So Rare lineup while I'm in there. So, all right, I'm trying to figure out how All-Star Saturday night works. So, right, I can All-Star Saturday, a player will score 50 points for each event where they win first place, third. So I can only get the 3-pointers, the dunk contests. And so Giannis is doing it, right? I don't like that it says, here, let me do this again. I don't like that it says no game, like, because I guess there's no game, but still, like, he should be in there. So, all right, so we'll throw in Giannis. Dame is doing the 3-point contest. We'll throw in Dame. I don't think anybody else. I don't know who else I've got that's doing this stuff here. Vooch, Brunson, they're not doing anything on. Lauri Markkanen. We'll throw Lauri Markkanen in here. Yeah, I agree. It's funny they P2E'd the UFC strike as fast as they can. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's good though for UFC Strike Bros. All right. Anybody else doing these contests, right? I think I have Jericho Sims who's in the dunk contest. I don't have a Mac McClung card. If I pass somebody, by the way, that's in one of the, Tyler Hero, he's doing 3-point contest too, right? And then let's see. No, Jaden Ivey's not, right? Is Jaden Ivey in one of these things? Is he in the skills challenge? Shaden Sharp's not doing the dunk contest anymore. It sucks. Yeah, is Ivey's in the skills? All right, let's throw an Ivey in here. This is pretty solid. All right, so this is going to be our Saturday night. Our All-Star game. So this is just offense. So we're just throwing in Jokic, we're throwing in Embiid. I don't know like what LeBron's going to do. I think SGA balls. Who else is playing? Do we think Kyrie, or do we think Kyrie like doesn't care? Yeah, I agree, Borland. I think it's pretty confusing. All right, let's just whatever. Let's say it's LeBron. No, I think LeBron's going to take it easy. I'm not going to take LeBron. Who else? Do I have anybody down here? Donovan Mitchell, Jaren Jackson Jr. No, Jaren Jackson. It's only offense, right? So we don't want Jaren Jackson Jr. All right, maybe we'll throw Donovan Mitchell as a wild card in there, and then we'll do Kyrie. I like that squad. All right, now let's get into the feisty stuff. So All-Star Saturday night. This got 1,300 limiteds, 190 rares, 10 uniques. I have a feeling I'm going to end up going shopping. Oh, can I only use rares? Oh, no, I can use anything, right? Can you use commons or no? I hope you can't use commons. Right? Can you not use commons? That would be great. Okay, you can't. I love that. All right, so I don't think I have any all-stars for rares, right? Although, wait, this is Saturday. So Saturday, let's get Jericho Sims in there. Jericho Sims is in there. Anybody else? We've got Sims. We'll throw a rare in there for the dunk contest. Look at all this garbage, these garbage rares. All right. Ja Morant, though. Oh, wait, no, Saturday night. Ja's not doing anything on Saturday. Saturday. Actually, I don't think I'm going to have too many Saturday guys. I'm going to have to go shopping. Let's see. Nah, I don't think I'm going to need some. Is Jalen? No, Jalen Williams isn't. He's not in it, right? I need to buy some 3-point chuckers, baby. This is bad. This is bad news. Bad news for Saturday, bros. We're going to have to get Hallie. We're going to have to go get. Oh, this is bad news. Shaden Sharp would have been nice for the dunk contest. Right now, oh, this is ugly. Josh Primo, is he playing? This is bad, guys. Shit, we got to go shopping. We got to go shopping. Yeah, we the people's asking when I'm going out there. I'm going out there on Friday morning. So I'm leaving at I think I fly out at 6. I think my flight's at 6. And then I think I'm going to a happy hour when I get there. I got in touch with some So Rare people. I'm going to meet up with them at some point. We're going to the No Dunk show on Friday. We're going to try to catch some of the Rising Stars, but if I miss anything, it's going to be the Rising Stars game. And then on Saturday, we're going to the dunk contest. I'll actually show you guys where my seats are. That was kind of fun. I looked that up today. Let's go. It's the Vivian Arena. We're in section 139. We'll go. Here we go. This is where row 1 and section 139. So we're like a little bit up there. We're a little bit up there, but we got a nice little angle on it. Yeah, there we go. This is why I'm shocked the price of these players haven't shot up. Levi, you know what? I wonder if people are a little confused how this contest is going to work. So I think that's part of it. Is the morning show? No, we're not doing the morning show on Friday. I'll go over the content schedule for the rest of the week in a second. Trey Murphy. Yeah, I flipped my Trey Murphy for somebody else when Trey Murphy was pumping. I forget who I bought. That might have turned into DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, the No Dunk show is live. No Dunk show is live on Friday, which is I'm excited to see that. It's going to be nice. Listen, I do so many live shows. It's going to be really nice to just be on the receiving end of that. But then, yeah, Saturday we're going to the dunk contest, the 3-point contest. And then Sunday we'll be doing the All-Star game. And then, yeah, we'll have a ton of content to throw out there too throughout the weekend. So mostly shorts. We'll try to do some lives as well, but we're going to try to hammer out as many shorts as we can while we're there. It's going to be me and Dustin, baby. It's going to be a good time. I'm really excited. I've never been. I've always wanted to go. But yeah, for content for the rest of the week, this is what we're going to be doing. I'm back at 2 o'clock today, 2 p.m. Eastern. Our man, Billy Jackson, who, listen, if you're a Top Shot bro, he's in the Celtics team, Cappy. I think he's a team captain, right? Either that, he's like really involved. So he's coming on, but we're going to be talking about So Rare strategy. Billy, I'm sure you've seen him. If you're in the So Rare streets, you've seen him tweet out about his optimizer and all the rewards he shipped. So he's going to come on and kind of walk us through his optimizer, but also like just how you use it. Because So Rare Data has an optimizer. I know John and Momentum Labs kind of have one as well. How to use it. Like, how do we use an optimizer to build our lineup? So I think that'll be pretty exciting. I'm excited to have him on. 9 o'clock, we have Shot Tank. I can't remember if it's on Team Hold or Team Hold's channel or on TST's channel. And then tomorrow we'll have the morning show. And on the morning show tomorrow, I'm very excited. I was talking about this before, but Tim Livingston, who is the creator and host of the podcast, The Whistleblower, which talked about it was basically before the Netflix doc came out. It was his podcast on Tim Donaghy and the refereeing scandal. He's got a couple new episodes coming out on Monday. So he's going to come on the show tomorrow and just kind of talk about what it was like putting that together and kind of, I don't know, all of my comments in our YouTube shorts. We talked about this yesterday, #rigged, right? So he's going to come on and talk about that. That's going to be, I'm really excited for that show. And then we realized too, Thursday night, 7 o'clock, 89 Cavs. But on Friday, no shows on Friday. And I had said earlier that Live Before Lock on Friday and on Monday for So Rare was going to be on TST's channel. Here's the thing. There's no live before lock on Friday because the lineups lock on Saturday for the All-Star game, and there's no reason to do a live before lock for the All-Star events. And then on Monday, the game week doesn't start till Thursday, so there's no live before lock on Monday. So after all of that scheduling, there's no reason for the live before lock. So that is the content for the rest of the week. No, I don't think I'm going to the celeb game by Divine. Yeah, and that podcast, Whistleblower, I highly recommend. It's really entertaining. It goes by so quick. He got a couple of really, really great interviews. And there was some shady stuff going on. But anyways, I think that's it. Yeah, it's a good point, Regulator. I think that's it, gang. I think we're going to call it there. I think we covered everything. Best of luck today. Make sure if you want some So Rare Strat, come back at 2 o'clock today. Otherwise, see you at Shot Tank, or otherwise, we'll be right back here tomorrow morning. Hope you guys have a great day. We out.